Hey everybody. All right, so today we're talking about Tech for Mental Health Club. Now, this is something that I've ideated several different times. We'll call it Aurora for now, and this will continue to be developed as we talk about this more in later parts of the Atlas, okay? So, this chat started with me asking what technologies would be useful for a mental health focused nightclub. Chat said, creating a mental health focused nightclub requires a thoughtful integration of various technologies to ensure a supportive and safe environment for patrons. Here are some technologies that could be useful. 1. Biometric sensors. Integrate wearable biometric sensors or wristbands that monitor vital signs such as heart rate variability, which is, we talked last time about don't be lukewarm, be hot or cold. And, if you have higher heart rate variability, your heart rate will go higher, but also lower. Skin conductance, we are creatures of bioelectricity and body temperature, right? When we get warm, sometimes we get flushed, and that could be a sign of adrenaline, but that can also be a sign of oxytocin, right? And when we're cold, we're in fear or in sadness. And none of these are bad things. It's just the Tao of the thermodynamics, right? So heart rate variability, HRV, skin conductance, and body temperature. This data can provide insights into patrons' emotional states and stress levels, allowing staff to intervene if necessary or adjust the atmosphere accordingly. What technologies would be useful for a mental health focused nightclub? Number 2, LED lighting system use dynamic LED lighting systems that can adjust color, intensity, and patterns based on the mood and preferences of the crowd. Certain colors and lighting schemes have been shown to influence emotions and promote relaxation or stimulation. 3. Soundscapes and music selection tools employ advanced audio systems capable of delivering tailored soundscapes, including soothing ambient music or binaural beats designed to reduce anxiety and promote relaxation. Additionally, incorporate use the body technology for crowdsourced music selection, allowing patrons to vote on songs that uplift their mood. Wouldn't that not be sick? Imagine a DJ set that there's some kind of like weighted voting system, right? And you get the emotional experience that you want, but you also ride the waves of the crowd, right? We're talking about emotional intelligent feedback loops here. All right. Technologies useful for a mental health focused nightclub. Number 4, virtual reality relaxation zones. Set up VR relaxation zones equipped with the immersive environments designed to reduce stress and anxiety that keeps coming up, right? Patrons can escape the bustling atmosphere of the nightclub and immerse themselves in calming virtual landscapes or guided meditation sessions. Easy example, astral projection, right? Suddenly you're flying above the club. 5, mobile apps for support and communication. Develop a mobile app that provides resources for mental health support, such as crisis hotlines, guided meditation sessions, or tips for stress management. Additionally, incorporate features for anonymous communication with staff or volunteers trained in mental health first aid. You ever see those tents at the side of like the raves that are for the people that are like kind of tweaking on their trips a little bit? It's kind of like that, but for everybody. Number 6, interactive art installations. This is like the chandelier on the top floor of the Luddy School of Informatics here at IU, so definitely check that out. Install interactive art installations equipped with sensors that respond to patrons' movements or emotions. How about and emotions? These installations can serve as therapeutic outlets for self-expression and promote mindfulness and creativity. 7, aromatherapy systems. Integrate aromatherapy systems that diffuse calming scents such as lavender or chamomile throughout the nightclub. Scent has a powerful influence on mood and can contribute to a relaxing atmosphere. Your nose knows more than you know. Number 8, quiet zones and sensory retreats. Designate quiet zones or sensory retreats within the nightclub where patrons can take a break from the stimulation of the main dance floor, soothe the body. Equip these areas with comfortable seating, dim lighting, and calming sensory experiences. 9. AI-powered chatbots for mental health support. You want to talk about individualized care on a mass scale? AI. Anyways, implement AI-powered chatbots capable of providing instant mental health support and guidance. These chatbots can offer free resources, coping strategies, and referrals to professional help if needed. And finally, number 10, surveillance and safety systems. Deploy surveillance cameras and safety systems equipped with AI algorithms capable of detecting signs of distress or unusual behavior among patrons. This technology can help staff intervene proactively in potential crisis situations. I don't know about y'all, but I'm just catching up on like the whole like Diddy thing. And the last thing that we need is more scenes that are just, uncomfortable for everybody else involved. Especially, why do things that we wouldn't want other people to know because we are never not in public. We're never not in nature, right? This room, even if we consider it, made of plaster and that's a man-made thing, they were made of materials from nature, right? The land that this, used to be on, this library probably used to be like a reservation or like somebody's farm or something, right? But it used to be nature. So we're never not in nature. So we're never not in the currents of other people, right? So act like it. By integrating these technologies, a mental health focused nightclub can create a supportive and inclusive environment that prioritizes the well-being of its patrons. Additionally, it's essential to provide staff with proper training in mental health awareness and crisis intervention to ensure effective support when needed and desired. So then I asked, do traumatized people like nightclubs? I was doing a little bit of market research, you could say. I mean, why do we treat people like consumers? That's just dumb. But anyways, chat said trauma affects individuals differently, and preferences for activities like going to nightclubs can vary widely among those who have experienced trauma. Some people may find the vibrant atmosphere of nightclubs overwhelming or triggering, particularly if it involves loud noises, crowds, or flashing lights, which can exacerbate symptoms of anxiety or post-traumatic stress disorder, right? If you're already feeling like your head is throbbing music is just going to amplify that, right? As within, so without. However, it's important to recognize that individuals with trauma histories are diverse, and some may still enjoy going to nightclubs as a way to socialize, have fun, or distract themselves from their difficulties. Additionally, some individuals may find solace in environments that offer support for their mental health needs, such as mental health-focused nightclubs that provide calming atmospheres, relaxation zones, or other accommodations. Ultimately, whether a traumatized person enjoys nightclubs or not depends on various factors, including the nature of their trauma, their coping mechanisms, their support network, and their individual preferences and triggers. It's essential to approach each person with empathy, understanding, and respect for their unique experiences and boundaries. That pretty much goes without saying, I would say, wouldn't you? Anyways, how to make a nightclub more appealing to traumatized people. See, this is where we're getting into the heart of it, right? Chat said, making a nightclub more appealing to traumatized individuals involves creating a welcoming and inclusive environment that prioritizes their well-being and comfort. Here are some strategies to consider. So we moved at the top of the page, right, from just a general mental health focused nightclub to specifically a trauma informed and trauma catered experience, right? Imagine a night out where instead of walking away sort of just like tired and hungry and maybe like drained and can barely hear, right? Maybe you walk away refreshed and full of life and more aligned with your purpose, or more like a star of like your cosmic story in the stars, right? Can you just imagine what it would be like to have a night out that gives you more energy than it takes? So here are some strategies to consider. 1, design an atmosphere. These will sort of overlap, but again, remember, we're more catered toward traumatized people, which includes me, by the way, in case that wasn't obvious. Anyways, design an atmosphere. Create a calming and inviting atmosphere by using soft lighting, warm colors, and comfortable seating areas. Avoid overwhelming sensory stimuli like flashing lights or loud thumping music. Either that, or I'd imagine make them like really like soft, right? Or like imagine like binaural beats, but it's visual, right? Just patterns, overlaid waves. It's like synesthesia happening from a comfortable seating area. Beanbags. Beanbags are the future, people. Anyways, 2, quiet zones. Designate quiet zones within the club where individuals can retreat if they feel overwhelmed or anxious, like we talked about earlier. Provide comfortable seating, dim lighting, and soothing music or soundscapes in these areas, right? Or maybe, plot twist, the entire clubs, which is, it oscillates between loud, intense, filling space and just collapsing into the inner space, right? Just quiet, meditative music, maybe just like a straight ambient drone, right? We're talking about transformative experiences, people. You've never seen this at a club before, but that's why it needs to happen. Staff training. Number 3, train nightclub staff in trauma-informed care and mental health first aid, right? Yeah, safety features. Ensure they understand how to recognize signs of distress or discomfort and how to offer support and assistance sensitively and respectfully. Supportive services. Number 4, offer on-site mental health support services such as access to trained counselors or peer support groups, maybe some like energy practitioners, right? Art healers, whatever, right? The idea is that we co-create experiences together. Provide information about local mental health resources and crisis hotlines for individuals who may need individual support. 5, alternative activities. Incorporate alternative activities and entertainment options besides dancing, such as art installations, live acoustic music, or interactive games, right? Maybe conversation starters prompted by AI. Thought about this way too much. This provides a variety of experiences for patrons and accommodates different preferences and comfort levels. 6, clear communication. Display signage or provide information online about the nightclub's commitment to creating a safe and inclusive environment for all patrons, including those with trauma histories, right? Because that is the focus here. Encourage open communication and feedback from patrons about their experiences, right? Maybe that's even, maybe there's a feedback form, right? Whatever people are feeling as the sets come on, there's a place, right? A central like chat, a central forum just for that night, right? And it's created and everybody is sharing their stories, right? And together we read the stories and be like, oh, that reminds me of this song. Hey DJ, can you play this? Can we dim the lights to like maybe like blue or something, because I'm feeling a little bit like expressive right now, or I'm feeling a little sad, right? However you want to interpret the color blue. This is about co-creating experiences, and we need clear communication for that. Consent and boundaries, that's just a given. Promote a culture of consent and respect for personal boundaries within the nightclub. Implement policies and procedures to prevent unwanted touchings or harassment, and empower patrons to speak up if they feel uncomfortable or unsafe. If you're fucking around with people in like this kind of nightclub, like, I'm not sure we want you there anyways, Number 8, accessibility. Ensure the nightclub is accessible to individuals with disabilities, including those with mobility impairments or sensory sensitivities. Provide accommodations such as wheelchair ramps, accessible restrooms, and sensory-friendly features, right? We want to welcome all people into transformative and transcendental experiences. Number 9, community engagement, right? Partner with local mental health organizations or advocacy groups to host events, workshops, or awareness campaigns related to mental health and trauma recovery, right? This demonstrates a commitment to supporting the broader community's well-being. We want as many people to thrive as possible. 10, feedback mechanisms. Last one here. Establish mechanisms for patrons to provide feedback anonymously about their experiences at the nightclub, including suggestions for improvement or areas where they felt supported, right? Use this feedback to continually adapt and improve the nightclub's offerings and atmosphere, right? We want everybody bought in on their own thriving for everybody else. By implementing these strategies, a nightclub can create a more inclusive and supportive environment that welcomes individuals with trauma histories and prioritizes their comfort and well-being. Should this exist, comment, support links in bio. Thank you.